Here we are at the hill, or I'm sorry, we're at the Augusta Hillside Cemetery, circa 1800. It was restored in 2020, located in Augusta, Kentucky. Now, the historic significance of this cemetery, and as you'll see here in a minute, a view from this hill that overlooks Augusta down there, and in the distance, see if I can't zoom in on it. Down there is the Augusta. That's the Ohio River. Those hills in the background are Ohio, southern Ohio. A little bit of history about this hill is that there was a battle of Augusta, which would be those houses down there, the town down there, small town, that on September 27th, 1862, Colonel Basil Duke led 7 companies of Confederate soldiers to Cemetery Hill above the small town of Augusta, with 2 pieces of artillery and 350 of Morgan's finest raiders. That would be John Hunt Morgan, by the way. Duke hoped to disperse the Union militia of 125 men stationed there, led by Colonel Joshua T. Bradford, and known as the Home Guard, before crossing the Ohio River and moving on Cincinnati. So obviously his plan was to take that town there and move over to Ohio and then head that direction, which would be toward Cincinnati. After driving off a handful of Union gunboats with a few rounds of artillery, Duke's horsemen rode into town, and they expected a quick surrender. But, woe and behold, he was met by resistance from the local militia, and expecting a quick surrender, he was in for the fight of his life, actually. So, Duke later reported that the handful of troops that went down there got into some fierce hand-to-hand fighting. And Duke later responded the hand-to-hand fighting were in the houses, was fierce and hottest I ever saw. I witnessed in some of them floors piled with corpses and blood. And as you can see, it goes down this hill, a very steep hill, I might add. But this would have been an ideal staging area for the Confederate troops up on this hill. They had a great vantage point. They could set up their artillery to shell the town, to shell the river over there if gunboats came, which they did. But nonetheless, in the end, Colonel Basil Duke and the Confederate forces did in fact capture the town. The town finally surrendered, the militia, and but his original plan to invade or to go towards Cincinnati over across the river failed. It's a chilly day. Nice blue sky out there. But I'd say this temperature up on this hill with the breeze blowing, feels frigid to me. Anyway, thanks for watching. This is Bob, Riverdale Chronicles. See you the next time.